Hey guys, it's the follow up. This is the 6th week after hemorrhoidectomy. Feeling pretty good after 6 weeks. Still on gabapentin for another 2 months for the nerve pain. It's not really a nerve pain anymore, it's just a slight pressure. I did experience a lot of pressure in the third, fourth, fifth week. Really bad. Feels like a cantaloupe trying to push out of your rectum. So that was pretty bad. So the day before your surgery, just let me go over this from top to bottom just real quick. You have to do like a colonoscopy, which is empty out all the feces out of your body before you do your surgery, of course. So you have to do that almost like you're doing a colonoscopy. They'll give you medication for it, or you do Miralax. I think that's what I did. And then you don't eat that whole day before your surgery, so be prepared for that because you'll be very weak. And then you empty everything out the day of your surgery. Hopefully you get a surgery earlier in the morning. I highly recommend you get a surgery early in the morning. Surgery itself, of course, is under general anesthesia, so you'll be knocked out. You won't know what happened. So unfortunately, my surgery was pretty a little more difficult than most other hemorrhoidectomies. I had three, what do you call them, category 3 hemorrhoids, and one of them was bleeding really badly when he was trying to remove it, so he said that was the difficult part. So that could be why it's taken me longer to heal. I'm not really sure. But it really was a painful recovery, and unfortunately I had to do 2 separate catheters in the emergency room. Of course, additional bills. This is going to cost you a little bit, depending on your insurance. Just so you know, with my 2 different catheters, it was $4,000 each time I went there. With insurance, I only had to pay $650 each. So just expect to pay, just if you have to get catheters, just be prepared for that. So I don't see a lot of people covering catheters. Painful to put in, painful to take out, but not too bad. Nothing like the hemorrhoidectomy recovery, which is, honestly, it's like a 6 to 8 week recovery. A lot of people are saying 4 on their videos, but for me, I'm just right now, I'm probably at 85% after a little over 6 weeks. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not regretting my decision. It was just a super painful process. I did have to walk with a walking stick. And the first time, of course, you go to the first, everybody says the first time. It's more like the first 2 weeks you defecate. It's pretty horrendous. It really does feel like a thorn bush being ripped out of your rectum every time you go. You kind of dread going to the bathroom. I didn't go to the bathroom for, I think, 3 days after my surgery because there was nothing in me. And they put you on those pain pills, unfortunately. But I never did get constipated on the pain pills. I stayed on them for maybe only 2 weeks because I'm not one for pain pills and I didn't want to get constipated. And he loaded me up oxycodone, hydrocodone, and gabapentin. So just be careful with the pain pills so you don't get hooked on those, especially those oxys. Just a note of caution. I'm not telling anybody what to do or what not to do. If you're in pain, you got to take them. So yeah, just expect a long recovery. It's brutal. Like my doctor says, this is one of the most painful surgery recoveries to the human body out of all the surgeries. I mean, I'm sure there's more complicated, painful surgeries, but this recovery, every time you defecate, you're going back in pain again. And then you can't sit down. You have to sit with one cheek up. That's really a difficult part as well. And if you can't pee, you're going to have to get a catheter, guys. That's pretty bad. Girls, I'm not sure how it works for you ladies, but it was really rough recovery, so prepare yourself mentally, psychologically. I did take a derivative of Zoloft 2 weeks prior to, and then I stopped taking it a week ago. Just to avoid depression, because you're going to be stuck in your house I was stuck in my house probably for 5 weeks. I would try to walk a few doors down, and it was so much pain I couldn't even walk. Just the pressure is unbearable. After the pain goes away, it's just that pressure, and probably the 4th week, I think, third, 4th, and 5th week, I think that pressure was unbearable. Every time I would walk, it felt like a cantaloupe trying to push out of your rectum. That's the only way I can describe it. But if you're going to do the surgery, just prepare yourself. Be in shape physically. Walk before you do it if you can. If not, it is what it is. You know, it's gonna be probably a longer recovery. I was in pretty good shape. I don't think it truly really matters because it's all about the procedure and the recovery, and you keep reopening those wounds every time you go to the bathroom. So, with that, I wish you good luck, and I hope it helped a little bit. And my doctor didn't recommend not doing sitz baths before I forget. He says that puts more pressure on the stitches in this first week or two. But by like the third week, I had to do something, so I did do sitz baths, and I timed it. I only did them for 5 to 6 minutes, the hottest water I could take with Epsom salt, because my wounds are already pretty much healed. So they want the Epsom salt burn you right away at the beginning, so just use warm water. So that's about all I have. So I hope you learned something, and if you're going through it, I wish you well, because it's tough. Have some family support, and don't try to do it by yourself, because you're gonna need somebody by your side. My wife was a saint, so she did everything for me. All right, good luck. Much love, people.